So we are live again. Hello and welcome. I can't start the room because it is really hot outside, and because of this, I let the curtain down to don't give much light into the room to save myself from heating or overheating. And yes, sorry, I'm fixing something on the key gaming. So yeah, again. So today's practice will be, as introduced already, drop 4. Still working on putting the whole piece together in my mind. Yesterday I worked on section B and section C, which is section A. And yeah, the plan is today to work with Metronome and then listen to the backing track. Uh, it won't be the first time I listen to backing track because I've watched some players pass challenge logs. Uh, for example, Jay Candle, who started out with drop 4 but moved to Philly. So he made a similar jump than I did, from level 2 to level 6. And Wolfie played drop 4 too. So I have heard the backing track already, so it won't be new, but it will be new for me to play along with the backing track. So, but first of all, let's listen to the 140 BPM and in the mid metronome. And currently my setup is bass going through the B7K Ultra uh, and using the DI out. And my front neck pickup is at full. My bridge pickup is dialed in a bit, and my tone is rolled off around the middle, I would say. Anyhow, let's give it some test. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, the full song would be around similar to this. So maybe 140 isn't the best tempo to work on. So I should go a bit slower. But anyhow, I don't have a backing track ready, which uses a slower speed, but actually I won't go any slower than 90%, I would say, which is 126 BPM. So it would be, I guess, manageable to work on 90% instead of 80, which would be 112. 12. So let's take a listen to 126 with a metronome, and then I will switch to the backing track. Oh. Yeah, it's the same story. I put some. I have to put things together in my mind. Switching from section A to B, then in the middle of the B section, moving from E to the D. Yeah, there are some issues, still issues, but working on this song for the third day today, I would say it's really manageable. So I'm definitely level 2, so should work on level 3. Okay, but let's fire up the backing track. So, and if you hear some background noises, my wife and little daughter are running around behind me. Yeah, so it can happen that they open the door and come into my shed and my office. So let's listen to the backing track.
1, 2, 1, 1, 2.
Hello, Wolfie. Yeah, so this is because I'm playing bass since the start of 2018, so I have an advantage. that I'm playing bass for longer time than you, maybe. And yeah, this gives my advantage, but I'm really feeling that I'm not a level 2, so my challenge would be really higher, so around level 4 or 5. At least I think so. Maybe level 3 will be my 3-month project, but this will come. So we will see this in August, because I plan to finish off level 2, so the remaining 3 songs in the next weeks. So it's really sporty, but if I keep up the tempo with September Leaves and put some more work into Smoothly, then it's really manageable to finish off the remaining tracks in 15 days. Yeah, and and no idea how much time you put in to drop for in those 3 weeks, because you work mostly on Poste Bossa, and that's not bad. So what you accomplished, comparing your first video and then your post final Bossa. So it was really a huge improvement. So keep up the good work and practice. Yeah. Yes. So November 19th, it's December. It's not 8 months. So it's really great that you have found SBL and quit your teacher, and you found your path, and you were working on level 2. And if you put practice time into playing, then you can achieve a lot of things. So for me, it was the biggest problem that I haven't really practiced a lot, because pre-COVID I traveled for 4 hours a day to Vienna, so 2 hours in one direction, and in the evening I haven't had much time to practice. So this new situation is really ideal for my bass playing, and I can add some more practice time. So, but without much talking, let's continue drop 4 and see how it goes.
One, two, one, two, three, four.
Uh,
One, two, one, two.
yeah,
One, two.
yeah. So it feels really great. So I would say using the backing track at 140 BPM is is going much smoother than playing through the metronome with 4 to 140 BPM. So sometimes it really pays off to have a backing track to work with, even though I've changed my mind around some time to practice with the metronome because at the beginning, my first teacher, I had 2 lessons with him. He was a jazz based student. He sat me down and we started out with reading and rhythm training and mm, we started out reading and rhythm with syncopation and 8 notes at a fast tempo, so it wasn't really the greatest thing. So I switched my teacher and he was he was better. Actually, he had the same given name than the previous one, so that was fun. And with him, I had lessons for 4 months or so. Then he moved back to Germany, quit his studies, and is now playing in a band. But he was a really nice guy at the end. So we learned the 12 bar blues with some alterations. So it was really fun. Yeah, jazz is awesome for everything: technique, listening, improvisation. So if you focus on jazz, you learn almost everything you can or you want to. And but it's really a complex thing. Yeah, for example, the walking bass line for chords. I analyzed it. There are some tricky parts. There are some, yes, theory. Yeah, theory is really tough in jazz. I have somewhere a book, jazz theory, but I haven't started to read it because I think it will blast my mind and away, and I will keep my mind for at least for the next some months. And yeah, anyhow, the jazz is really great, and I love listening to jazz. This is my second genre, second favorite besides rock. So jazz is really something worth listening. Yes. Yeah, blues is some alteration. Sorry for the pinging. It's my wife writing something uh, about her daughter, maybe. Okay. Yeah, my wife sent me a photo about our daughter. She told her that she cannot go outside without having a shoe on her feet, and my daughter took my shoes and put, and wants to go outside in my shoes, and I have really big feet, so that's really a nice picture. So anyhow, back to the 12 bar blues. Yeah, that's really the point where you play it's everything in 7, so it's everything dominant. So you start out with your root note, which is, let's say, A. Yeah, and then everything is dominant 4, and the fifth is dominant 2. Although if the fifth is the dominant in a major 2-5-1 or major scale, so the 5 chord is the at the right place in blues too. Yeah, and back to the teacher and at the end in our last lesson we jammed together. So thank you for that's something I learned uh, from my teacher, and then later in the blues course by Scott. So there are some turnarounds too, and this is one I remember. Actually, there are 2 variations. And you can go upward up to. teacher, we jammed together in the last lesson. Uh, it was nice. He was firing up a drum track. He played chords on his bass. I played the so the blues bass line. So it was really fun. And yeah, the two basses can sound together. And then he moved into solo after playing some chords. So it was a really fun ending of our learning time together. And yeah, and even with the simple 12-bar blues, you can learn a lot of things. Yeah, so let's give drop 4 another kick, or let's do the Scottish version. So it sounds really fun. So the Scott version of the practice, and opening up September Leaves. This is again something. How is the workbook? Level. Okay, it's sorted by date. Okay. My computer is sorted by date, so I have to September Leaves. So this is okay, 135 BPM, I guess. Back to your previous question, Wolfie. So some weeks ago, I guess they copied the tempo from September Leaves into drop 4 too, and that's why it's there 135 BPM. So it's a C minor 7, F7, B major 7, 251, 251, 251 major. Okay, that's okay, minor 251. Okay, yeah. It's really okay. There are 251s and then E flat major, which is the fifth of the B flat major. Okay, so it's actually a 251 with a tritone. Maybe now it's not tritone substitution, but it's a substitution. Then again a 251 for the G minor 251. Yes, with again that's yay. Oh, it's again 1.5 pages, but it looks like section A is the 251. Oh, I'm a dog. It's the fourth E flat major. Yeah, E flat major is the fourth of the B flat major, so it's a tritone substitution, which is really interesting in a level 2 song. But maybe you won't care if you are a level 2 player, you just want to go through the song. So it's a major 251, then a minor 251. Section B is again the major 251 with tritone substitution, but an altered bass line. Then again the minor 251 with an altered bass line. And then section C is again the minor 251, and then the major 251, and the ending is again the minor 251, then C7, which is the fourth, again a tritone substitution, and then F minor, B7, and E flat major 7. That's again a major 251, and then the minor 251. It's an interesting chord change, at least for me. It's interesting, but but the bass line isn't something. Okay, yeah, I came back to the live chat now, where Wolfie mentioned that September Leaves sounds like a little like gypsy jazz. So it will be again fun. So then it will be something similar like Fine Wine from level 1. And I guess I mentioned it to Günther. I have no idea if it was in a message or in his path or in my path log that every level has a jazz tune. I, I bet it. I bet it that every level has a jazz tune in it because Scott really loves jazz, and I bet he put jazz into every level that you can build your jazz vocabulary and your chops up to level 9. So it will be interesting to see the other jazz tunes. And if you count bossa to the jazz tunes, then it will be a Latin jazz. So there is one in level 2, which we know, and in level 3, there is the newer bossa, which sounds like Horace Silver's Song to My Father, at least for me. So I see, Wolfie, you were ready to move on and you want to learn more about jazz and playing more jazz. Yeah, jazz is a nice thing, and I think it rolls. If you listen to the backing tracks, so in the in the preliminary where you have to select your 3 songs for the level, then you will definitely know which song sounds like jazz. And one more interesting thing about September Leaves, it has a 2 feel. Yeah, if I look at the bass line, it really uh, dominates the 2 feel, which is you play on the oh. Mm. So this was something like the first section. Yeah, this is really, and the key signature is C. So we are in some C key. The tune ends on a G, so we are in maybe in G. Yeah, sorry for the backing track. If you hear anything, music still going on, then it's my cell phone ringing. And that last time I recorded a video where Spotify kept running, and even though it had no sound, it messed up the video, and I haven't noticed it. Uh, hmm. Okay, I read again the chat uh, where Wolfie mentioned that he likes the names of the songs. Um, yeah, I believe the songs, if you listen to them, to the backing tracks, take a look at the name, then you will see the relation between some songs, and you may know from that same genre. For example, September Leaves has a really notation or connection to Autumn Leaves, or Drop 4 to Take 5, and yeah, from the other songs I have no idea. So for example, level 1 is basis, constituent, fine wine, mirage, St. Lucia, substance. So I have no idea where these some songs came from. And yeah, shuffle and funk smoothly. Still Maiden is a really uh, it really shows that it's something like heavy rock made influenced by Iron Maiden. And for example, level 5 J Dilla is something like something with J Dilla style hip hop, and it's really written in the notation. So in the tablature notation, that it's a J Dilla style hip hop song. And there is Benson at one level. Uh, if I remember right, Benson. So there existed or exists or lives a guy who is called Benson. He was a jazz player or is a jazz player. Yeah. So piano roller, I have the idea. I have to look at the sheet music that this is something like Piano Man by Billy Joel, but I won't bet anything on it without seeing the chord changes, because there are no chord changes notated. So there's a B7, B flat 7 sus4, B flat 7 sharp 5, E flat 7, E flat minor 7, A flat 7. Maybe it's something like Piano Man, but I have to listen to it. No idea. So, but piano roller is level 7, so it's around 1.5 years from now to take a look at that. Yeah, 100 note samba. Yeah, I've seen it in the campus, but haven't looked at the song yet. Maybe it's really consists of 100 notes. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah, the names are really fun, and this is something you have to decide. You decide not only which song to play by hearing the backing track or the intro of the song, but the names, I guess. So everyone likes fine wine, I would say, and level 1 was really a okay. That's one note samba isn't one. Okay, that's something I don't understand. It's lost in the translation in my mind. Yeah. Anyhow, the names are really great. I guess I have to print out some more sheets for the next levels to be prepared. You don't have to be sorry, Wolfie. It's I would say you are a Dutch person and I'm a Hungarian, and we both try to speak English, and our minds work different. So if you hear me talk or see me writing something, my Hungarian grammar is really, and my way of thinking is really sneaking in, and sometimes it's combined with German and Austrian way of thinking, because I'm really heavily influenced by that. So it will really mess up the meaning of my English sentences. Yeah. In the meantime, let's give a last try of trope 4, and then I go back to work.
1, 2, 1, 2.
the chat why I'm playing. So I only saw Polish, and I have to, and I thought, okay, I messed up all the remaining part of the last section. So okay, that's that's nice. Yeah, having a different thinking wife is really something you have to get used to even after many years. Unfortunately, I have a Hungarian wife, but sometimes the communication isn't the easiest, so the fluid. So anyhow, thank you again, Wolfie, for joining me for my practice session. I guess I will be come back later this evening because my wife and my daughter will be away to my mother-in-law for tonight, and I will have a free house, or as you say. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Wolfie has written in the chat that we played a drop 4 together currently, so that's really fun. And because my family isn't at home, if you're interested, Wolfie, we could make and you have time, we could make a live hang today evening, and yeah, we can discuss this in the campus further on. If you are interested, drop me a message, and we will figure out a time when we can meet. So thank you again for watching, and thank you for all the people who are watching later. And I'll see you in the next practice session where I will continue drop 4 and will take a deeper look at September leaves. So, okay, then drop me a message, Wolfie. Bye.